Welcome back to Masterminds. Quarterfinal competition today, Veterans Memorial High School of Mission and Science Academy. Science Academy in the lead 80-30 right now. Let's meet the teacher coordinators from the two schools, also known as the coaches. Science Academy, hey Tom, you're up.
This is Mr. Wiley. He is the Masterminds coach. He's also the Science Bowl coach, and he's the inspiration for why I'm going to be studying physics.
That is awesome. Glad to have you here. Thank you for being part of the program. Good to hear that. And from Veterans Memorial, Kimberly.
This is Mrs. Rodriguez. She teaches AP English 4 at our school, and she's also one of the best teachers at our school.
Fantastic. Glad to have you here. We appreciate our teacher coordinators who work really hard to make sure the students are ready to go as the games go on and on into this time of year. All right, students, time for quick picks now. We're going to show you pictures on your TV screen. We'll ask you questions about each one. You do need your buzzers. We're all playing. Here we go. This is a picture of the capital city of Colombia. Science Academy, Julian.
Bogota.
Correct. When playing an audio recording, what is this type of meter? Science Academy, Julian.
An equalizer.
That'll work. He was known as the silent Marx brother. Which Marx brother was he? Science Academy, Julian.
Harpo Marx.
That's correct. Within 50 pounds, how much does an average adult lion weigh? Science Academy, Julian.
2,000 pounds.
No. That's Memorial, Damien.
120?
I'm sorry?
120?
No, it's 420. 420. French royalty used to call this home and name this famous structure. Science Academy, Julian.
Palace of Versailles.
Exactly right. In what country did the tradition of carving pumpkins for Halloween originate? Science Academy, Eitan.
America.
Yes. This city hosted the 2016 Summer Olympics. Science Academy,
Rio
Eitan.
de Janeiro.
That's right. This statue represents the supreme god. Science Academy, Julian. No. Veterans Memorial, Kimberly.
Vishnu?
Sorry?
Vishnu?
No, it's Shiva. This may look like the Washington Monument, but it's actually located in Boston, Massachusetts. Can you name this monument? That's
Memorial
Science
of Bunker
Academy,
Hill.
Eitan. Sorry?
Memorial of Bunker Hill.
That's correct. Finally, a math question. Solve for x. That's Science Academy.
X is equal to 4.
Tona.
Oh, 4.
That's correct. Okay, wait till I call it. That's correct, and that wraps up our quick picks for today.
Masterminds is supported in part by Harlingen Consolidated Independent School District.
So after quick pick, Science Academy has built their lead 160-30 over Veterans Memorial. Now it's time for a grab bag. So Veterans Memorial, you get to go first. Dr. Rivetta has 3 envelopes which to choose. You can choose any one you like.
Number 2.
Number 2 it is. All right, 60 seconds, 10 questions. You know how it works. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back at the end if there's time, all right? Your category is tax. All right, tax. That's all we have to go by. Don't need your buzzer to take the first answer we hear. Here we go. What type of tax was the main source of revenue in the U.S. until 1861?
Income tax.
No. What political document forbids the export tax?
Tariff?
No. What most hated of government agencies is responsible for tax collection?
IRS?
Yes. What type of tax is imposed on the value of farms, factories, stores, and houses?
Municipal tax?
No. What other word for head tax was a device once used to keep blacks and Mexican Americans from voting in the South?
3/5?
No. What decade saw the 16th Amendment legalize the income tax and saw the first such tax take effect?
Pass.
What Scandinavian nation has had the highest income taxes in history, for which one bracket actually topped 100%?
Sweden.
Yes. What event saw income tax per person in the U.S. tripled for the first time ever?
Pass.
Time is up. All right. Got one correct, two correct, up to 40 points. Let's go over the others. The type of tax that was a main source of revenue in the U.S. until 1861 was the tariff. The political document that forbids the export tax is the Constitution. The type of tax that's imposed on the value of farms, factories, stores, and houses is property tax. What other word for head tax was a device once used to keep blacks and Mexican Americans from voting in the South was the poll tax. The decade that saw the 16th Amendment legalize the income tax was the 1910s, and the event that saw income tax per person in the U.S. triple for the first time ever was World War II. All right, puts you up to 40 points. Now Science Academy, 2 envelopes remain, 1 and 3. You can choose any one you'd like.
We'll take
One.
One.
Number 1, they all agree on. Same rules, 10 questions, 60 seconds. Pass if you don't know one. Let's see what category you've drawn today. Be smart. All answers start with the letter B. All right, 60 seconds. Here we go. What building material is also called a girder when it's made of heavy steel?
Pass.
What fastening device is similar to a screw except that its shaft does not taper?
Buckle.
No. What type of debt instrument may also be called a debenture?
Pass.
This type of wind measures from 2 to 6 on the Beaufort scale.
Pass.
Elements such as nickel and zinc that are subject to rust and corrosion are known as what?
Pass.
Pass.
In what sea were the most valuable herds of fur-bearing seals found before hunting them was banned?
Baltic.
No. A person who does the clerical work associated with accounting is known as what?
Pass.
In what part of the body will you find Broca's area, the angular gyrus, and
The
Wernicke's
brain.
area? Yes. What word meaning wild or rough in Spanish describes an unbroken horse?
Burro.
Burro.
No.
No.
What is a group of oysters found in their natural habitat called?
Barnacle.
No, we'll go back. What building material is also called a girder when it's made of heavy steel? And time is up. All right, got a total of 1 correct, up to 165 points. Let's go over the other 9. The building material, also called a girder, is a beam. Fastening device similar to a screw, except that its shaft doesn't taper, is a bolt. The type of dead instrument that may also be called a debenture is a bond. Type of wind measures from 2 to 6 on the Beaufort wind scale is a breeze. Elements such as nickel and zinc that are subject to rust and corrosion are known as base metals. What sea were most valuable herds of fur-bearing seals found was the Bering Sea. A person who does the clerical work associated with accounting is known as the bookkeeper. The word meaning wild or rough in Spanish describes an unbroken horse as a bronco. And the group of oysters found in the natural habitat is called a bed. All right, so up to 165 points. 1 envelope remains. Envelope number 3, which no one chose, so we all play on this one, right? Need your buzzers. Hitler. Nobody chose Hitler. Why is that not a bad thing? All right, 60 seconds. Everybody's playing. Here we go. What title did Hitler give himself? Science Academy.
The
Julian.
Führer.
Yes. By what name did Hitler refer to his government? Science Academy. Julian.
The Third Reich.
Yes. Who took dictation for him while in prison? Science Academy. Julian.
Joseph Goebbels.
No. Vets, anybody? And time is up. Rudolf Hess. Germany's defeat here reversed Hitler's advance to the east. That's Science Academy. Julian.
Russia.
No. Vets, Kellen.
Stalingrad?
Yes. What was his ambition as a young man? Vets, Kimberly.
To paint.
Yes. He won this prestigious medal during World War I. Science Academy. Julian.
Medal of Honor.
No.
No.
That's Kimberly.
Purple medal.
That was the Iron Cross. What emblem did Hitler adopt? Science Academy. Julian.
The swastika.
Yes. He undertook construction of a network of superhighways called what? Julian.
The Autobahn.
Yes. What was the full name of Hitler's political party? Science Academy. Julian.
The Nazi Germans Worker Party.
No. That's anybody. And time was up. It was the National Socialist German Workers' Party. There you go. A lot of words in there, but that was a good round. Our Science Academy lead goes to 205, to Veterans Memorial 60. Means we take a break. We come back. It's time for that all-important art and music. Each question worth 20 points. Don't go away.